Unit 194, Vocabulary, Appointments and Applications. Looking for a job. Vocabulary. Okay. Let's look at the words that we have. Нека да погледнем думичките, които имаме. Advertisement. Обяви за работа. Applications. Молби за работа. Okay, to apply for. Okay, this is the verb. Appointment or appointments. Уговорена среща, назначение също. Experience. Опит, трудов стаж. Внимание върху това, че experience е една дума, която се използва изключително широко. We can use it as a verb. Можем да използваме experience като глагол, to experience something, to go through something. Okay, it's one and the same. Interview. Interview. Qualifications. Квалификации. Okay, let's go on. Now, this is our exercise. We have to fill in the gaps using the words advertisement, applications, classifieds, experience, interview, qualifications. Още веднъж. Advertisement. Обяви за работа. Applications. Молби за работа. Classifieds. Okay, something is classified when it is concerning a particular issue or topic. Така, classifieds, нещо, което се отнася до специфична информация, нещо, което се отнася до определен тип информация. Okay, experience, опит, трудов стаж, interview, qualifications, квалификации. Now, let's start. We have to fill in the gaps. Most companies recruit new staff by advertising in the press or on the internet. Pages with job advertisements. Yes, are usually headed. Okay, how? Okay, classifieds. Okay, this is the word concerning a particular issue. Yes. Okay. Okay, classifieds. Going on. They contain descriptions or specifications of the sort of people the advertiser is looking for. Okay, we have degrees, diplomas, certificates. Qualifications. Okay. Qualifications, degrees, diplomas, certificates are obviously important. Yes. Okay. But may count for much more. But experience may count for much more. To count for. Okay. Да се зачита да, да се смята да, за. Okay. Well. Once again, experience may count for much more. The aim is to attract a small number of well-qualified applicants so that it is easy to make a short list of the people you actually want to interview. Yes? Okay, and here we use interview as a verb. Yes? Okay, going on. If the advertisement is not specific enough, hundreds of people will send their applications. Yes. Okay. But if it demands too much, they may be discouraged from applying at all. Окей? Така, от текстовете, които имаме, наистина ми се иска да обръщаме изключително внимание по отношение на думи и изрази. Окей, to recruit. Набирам. Персонал. To recruit staff. New staff. Okay, well, here is the word. Okay, to recruit. Okay. Something else here to mention. To count for. Брои се за. Okay, may count for much more. Може да се брои за много повече. Okay. It may be much more important. This is the meaning, yes? Okay. The aim is to attract. The aim is, целта е. The aim is to attract, да привлечат. A small number of well-qualified, добре квалифицирани, well-qualified applicants is someone who is applying for something, okay? Applicant е този, който подава молба, кандидат. So, that is easy to make a short list of people you actually want to interview. If the advertisement is not specific enough, when something is specific, okay, it has the necessary details, okay? Hundreds of people will send their applications to send your application, yes? But if it demands too much, demand изисквам, yes? They may be discouraged from applying at all. To be discouraged from something or doing something. Okay? И още нещо, което говорим изключително често, обърнете внимание, глаголи с сходна идея много често стоят с един и същи предлог. To stop somebody from doing something, okay? To prevent someone from doing something, to discourage someone from doing something, the preposition is from. Okay, moving on. Now, job description. A really nice dialogue. The human resources manager and the manager of the technical department are discussing the position of a software engineer. Come in, Sarah. Take a seat, won't you? Thank you for the draft of the job description. It looks okay to me. What we need to do now is to draft the advertisement. Yes, that's more your line, of course. But I can tell you something about the qualifications we'll be looking for. Previous experience? Well, to start with, a degree in computing, preferably a postgraduate qualification, plus at least 3 years experience. Need that be in a security company? We can't afford to be that specific. We just need a good software engineer. Right. How old should he be? It needn't be a he. Sorry. What's the top age limit? Just say the successful applicant is likely to be under 35. And they must be fluent in English, I suppose. Oh yes, that's essential. Whoever gets the job, their first assignment is going to be a training course in the USA. Okay, let's look at some words and phrases that we have in this dialogue. It's a really good one. Така, нека да погледнем някои думи и фрази, които имаме в този текст. Наистина са изключително добри. Okay, the first thing. The human resources manager and the manager of the technical department are discussing the position of a software engineer. Иска ми се да помним готови фрази. The position of a software engineer. Така, употребата на position като позиция в смисъл работно място. Okay, the position of. Come in, Sarah, take a seat, won't ya? Внимание върху употребата на question tags при молби и заповеди. Обърнете внимание, че при покана, точно в такъв контекст, have a seat, take a seat, използваме want ya. Звучи изключително добре. Okay? Have a seat, want ya. Okay? Що се отнася до заповеди, там вече можем да използваме will you, would you, can you, can't you, което звучи така в контекст, може да покаже и раздразнение в контекст. Okay, like help me, can't you? Yes? Така, нататък. Thank you for the draft of the job description. The draft, чернова. Okay. The draft of the job description. Okay. Description, описание. Yes. It looks okay to me. Okay. It looks okay to me. Изглежда ми добре. What we need to do now is to draft the advertisement. Okay. Да нахвърляме, да очертаем, да направим чернова. To draft as a verb. Така, да направим чернова на обявата, да нахвърляме обявата. Yes? Yes, that's my online. Това е повече по твоята част. Хубав израз. Okay. That's my online, of course. Okay. But I can tell you something about the qualifications we'll be looking for. Okay. Previous experience. Предишен опит. Well, to start with. Да започнем с to start with. Okay. Here. A degree in computing. Preferably за предпочитане. A postgraduate qualification. След дипломна квалификация. Plus at least 3 years experience. Experience вече в контекста на стаж. Need that be in a security company. Внимание върху употребата на need като модален глагол. Need that be. Okay? We're talking about a particular occasion here. We can use need as a modal verb. Yes? Okay, moving on. We can't afford to be that specific. Не можем да си позволим да бъдем толкова специфични, толкова в детайли. Okay? We can't afford to be that specific. We just need a good software engineer. How old should he be? It needn't be a he. Be careful. A really nice expression. It needn't be a he. Не е нужно да е той, в смисъл мъж. Yes? Sorry. What's the top age limit? The top age limit? Възрастовата граница. Just say the successful applicant, кандидат, applicant, okay, is likely to be under 35. Okay, and pay attention to the usage of likely. Okay, something that we have studied. Okay, okay, moving on. And they must be fluent in English. To be fluent in English, okay, to have a really good English, I suppose. Oh yes, that's essential. Основно, главно. Okay, that's essential. That's one of the main things. Whoever gets the job, okay, to get a job, да получа работата. Their first assignment, назначение, is going to be a training course in the USA. A training course, обучителен курс. Okay, let's move on. Now, we have job advertisement. Let's read it. Divisional Software Engineering Manager. Our client is an expanding multinational corporation active in providing security services to your office, home, company, premises, etc. Our East European division, located in Bucharest, Romania, is urgently seeking an ambitious software engineer to build and take charge of an enthusiastic team. The successful applicant is likely to be under 35 and to have an outstanding track record in the field of software engineering. He or she currently holds a post of responsibility at middle management level and is fluent in English and Romanian. A postgraduate qualification will be an advantage. Salary negotiable. Expenses allowance, company car, generous fringe benefits. Apply with CV and names of 2 referees. Okay. Now, let's look once again at the words and phrases that we have. Така, още веднъж, нека да погледнем тук фрази и изрази. Okay, our client is an expanding multinational corporation. Expanding, разширяващ се. Yes, active in providing security services to your offices, home, company, premises, etc. Okay, located in Bucharest, Romania, and is urgently seeking, to seek, to look for. Okay. Така, обърнете внимание, че seek е също един глагол, който може да бъде използван с for. To seek for something or to seek something. Още нещо, което споменахме малко по-горе. Глаголи с сходен смисъл доста често ще вървят с един и същи предлог. To look for something, to search for something, to seek for something, or to seek something here without a preposition. Okay, moving on. An ambitious software engineer to build and take charge. Да изгради и да ръководи. Да поеме ръководството. To take charge of. An enthusiastic team. The successful applicant is likely to be under 35 and to have an outstanding track record. Outstanding. Something is outstanding when it stands out. Отличителен. Stand out. Отличавам се. A track record. Well, so this is the past record of the accomplishments and the failures of a person, business and so on. Така, един вид досие. Okay? So, или в нашия случай CV. In the field of, в сферата на software engineering. He or she currently holds a post of responsibility at middle management. A post of responsibility, отговорен пост. Okay? To hold a post of responsibility. Наистина е важно да се стараем да помним изрази. Okay? At middle management level. Okay, на средно ръководно ниво. And is fluent in English and Romanian. A postgraduate qualification will be an advantage. След дипломна квалификация ще бъде предимство. Salary negotiable. To negotiate is the verb. Да преговарям. Negotiable. Okay, може да се преговаря. Нещо, което може да се преговаря. Expense allowance. Okay. What is this? Expense allowance. Така, допълнителни разходи, т.е. допълнителни суми за разходи. Сега, можем да имаме family allowances, семейни надбавки. В нашия случай, expense allowance, надбавка за разходи, суми за разходи. Company car, generous fringe benefits. Окей. Така, fringe benefits, допълнителни облаги от компания. Yes, от компанията. Apply with CV and names of 2 referees. Good. Okay, let's move on. Now, putting in your application. A really nice dialogue. Rand Brandon speaking. Good morning. My name is Joseph Andrews. I've just seen an advertisement in the capital newspaper. It said you were looking for a divisional software engineering manager. I'm really interested, but I wonder if it's too late to apply. The deadline was 2 days ago, but give me some details about yourself. What did you say your name was? Andrews. Joseph Andrews. Okay, Mr. Andrews, can we have your date of birth? Sure, the 21st of August, 1970. And what about your education? Secondary education, I mean. I attended the senior high school in Glasgow from 1986 to 1988. What qualification did you get when you finished school? I got the high school graduation certificate. I see. What about further education? I went to Edinburgh University and got a Bachelor of Science in Computer Studies. And when you finished that, you started work? No, I went on studying and got my PhD in Systems Engineering. Also, it's Dr. Andrews, is it? What did you do after that? I took a year off and, with some friends, sailed around the world. I suppose after that you started work. What company did you go first to? I worked for 3 years as a system analyst in a bank in Hungary. What other companies have you worked for? I worked for 1 year with a company in Paris called ILE as a control systems supervisor. Then I came back to England to work for Top Up Systems as a client consultant. But last July I was promoted to senior software development engineer. All that sounds interesting to me, Mr. Andrews. I think we'd certainly like to have your CV. As time is short, why don't you email or fax it to us today? I'll put your name on our list of applicants. Now, we have a few questions on the text, on the dialogue. Number 1. Okay, looking here. When did Joseph see the advertisement in the newspaper? Okay. Actually, he said that he had just seen it. Yes. Okay, number 2. When was he born? I want you to pay attention to the tenses, okay? He was born on the 21st of August 1970. Yes? Okay. Question 3. When did he attend the senior high school in Glasgow? He attended that school from 1986 to 1988. So he attended that school for 2 years, yes? Next question. Has he traveled much? Definitely he has. After graduating, he sailed around the world with friends, yes? Looking at number 5. When did he have a year off? After graduating, he had a year off. Okay. How long did he work as a system analyst in a bank in Hungary? Okay, do you remember this? Okay. He worked there for 3 years. Още веднъж, внимание върху граматичните времена. Okay, he worked there for 3 years. So next, 7. How long did he work in Paris? Okay. Question number 7. He worked in Paris for a year. Yes. For е един предлог, който по принцип въвежда период от време. Okay. Now, question number 8. When did he come back to England? He came back to England after he had worked for a year in Paris. After he had worked for a year in Paris, he came back to England. Okay, question number 9. When was he promoted? Okay, he was promoted last July. Okay, he was promoted to a senior software development engineer last July. Okay. So, and question number 10, do you think he has a chance of getting the job? What do you think? Definitely, yes. He has a good track record, and definitely, okay, he will be one of the best applicants. Okay, good. Let's go on. Application letter. Dear Mr. Brandon, application for the post of Divisional Software Engineering Manager. Further to our telephone conversation this morning, I can confirm that I wish to apply for the post. Okay, for this post. I enclose a copy of my CV. You will see that I have added the name of one of my referees. You can contact him at any time. If you require other referees, perhaps you will be so kind to let me know. I can come for an interview at almost any time provided I have at least 3 days' notice. Yours sincerely, Joseph Andrews. Remember, almost Every letter in English starts with dear. Always make sure to start and end your letters correctly. If you're writing to Mrs. Jane Smith, then you should start the letter Dear Mrs. Smith and finish it with Yours sincerely. And sincerely does not start with a capital S. A particular care is required when you're writing to a woman. If she has just written her name as Jane Smith, do you start the letter Dear Jane or Dear Miss Smith? She might be offended if you refer to her as Miss, and you might not feel comfortable writing Dear Jane as it sounds too familiar. To get around this problem, all you have to do is ring the company and ask them how she likes to be addressed. When you ring the company, all you have to say is that you are writing to Jane Smith and you would like to know whether she is Ms., Mrs. or Miss, and your letter can be correctly addressed. If the advertisement just says reply to J. Smith, how would you address the letter? Dear Sir or Dear Madam? Dear Mr. Smith? You would be well advised to ring the company and just find out J. Smith's full name and title. Mr., Mrs., Ms., Miss. Remember, politeness costs you nothing, but it can really pay dividends, and you will probably be the only person who has bothered to find out. This may distinguish you from everyone else who applied. Being noticed is the key to writing a potential interview-winning covering letter. If the advertisement just says write to the personnel department or reply to box number 55, it may not be possible for you to find out who will be handling your reply. In these cases, you will have to start your letter Dear Sir, Madam, and finish the letter with Yours faithfully. Please note that faithfully does not start with a capital F. Always write your whole name. Do not use short forms like I''M, I''D, I''VE, like I've. Yes? Use I am, I would, I have. Do not use everyday language in official letter. Okay? Like I want to get the job. Doesn't sound polite. And we should say like I would like to apply for the job. Okay, that's it.